Hey, this is pretty cool right now, isn't it? The wonders of technology. Can you believe it? Just how far we've come from rocks and stones. Those are the same things. Sticks to wood, right? Now we got microphones, computers, technology, Tesla cars, virtual pornography. Let's start the show. For the record, I don't dabble in what I just said there, all right? I was just giving an example of how far technology has come, all right? Jesus. Anyways, hey, it's Albert Orange. This is Before the Bell. Before the Bell. Yes. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 5. Can you believe that? In 6 months, I will have made 5 episodes. Isn't that great? But you know what? I do realize that I just gave up on this podcast thing. Right? It was not very responsible of me to do that. I know. Because this podcast, it's like a baby, right? It's still in its infancy, right? And someday, it will grow up to be an infantry for my eventual conquest of the world, right? I will use this podcast as propaganda, okay? Just to make myself look great. I'm already using it now, right? Name one bad thing that I have said about myself so far in this podcast. I'll wait. You know? Like, there are a few bad things. I have flaws, right? I'm not afraid to admit that. Yesterday I got a real bad sunburn on my neck. It's a massive son of a bitch. And it fucking itches and fucking irritates me. I can't wear like clothes anymore. I have to be shirtless. But I still have to maintain my decency. You know? It's a massive fucking son of a bitch, you know? It's red. Like I was outside washing my car, right? For like 2 hours because I want to make sure that I get every spot off. Just right the fuck off my car, you know? I'm not a car guy. I just like my car. Right? Which is a pearl white Cadillac CTS 2004. You know? I love that car. It's not a bad car. And, I like to keep her clean. I call her Susan. Right? Because that's just what I see in her, right? I look at my car and I say, yeah, that's a Susan. Right there. That's Susan. Yep. Same with the guitar I keep around. Big Rhonda. Right? She's got a she's big, and she's got a big old circle in the middle, just like her name. Except Rhonda is probably the O in Rhonda is probably, lowercase. But you get what I'm saying, right? I just look at things and I just know their names. I can't do that with people though. That's a little trickier. Right? But with just inanimate objects, right? I see a couch. Boom. Billy Bob. Right? I see a plant. Boom. Gerald. I see a lamp. Boom. Christine. Right? It's not it's not, it's not sane. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, back to my story here. I was washing my car, and I was out in the sun for a bit too long. It was really hot that day, yesterday. It was actually one of those days where the weather was kind of all over the place. I mean, it started out overcast, and then it got sunny, and a little bit overcast, and then sunny for like a few hours, then overcast again, and then it rained, then it started really raining. It was a weird day. Weird weather we get around here, but got this massive sunburn on my neck. Never gotten a sunburn, by the way. That's a crazy thing. It's my first sunburn ever. Right? I got tans before. I used to rock a farmer's tan back in the day. Right? That's a man's tan, alright? If you got a farmer's tan, that's masculinity right there. I rocked that. That was me. Okay? Capiche? But now I got this massive tan on my neck. And it hurts, man. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. But life goes on, am I right? It's gonna be a bitch to work out today. I'm doing chest, push exercises, Gonna be bench pressing and shit. Gonna be lying down right on my fucking neck. I'm gonna have to fucking bend my head backwards and shit. It's gonna fucking scrunch up my neck. I just hope it doesn't get split open, But anyways, lots of stuff to talk about on this 5th episode of Before the Bell. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I just accidentally turned my microphone off, which isn't bad this time. I didn't talk for that long, but still annoying. What was I going to talk about? Look, I want to talk about a few things that I've watched over the week. I want to talk about the Snoopy Show on Apple TV Plus. I want to talk about the Mosquito Coast again on Apple TV Plus. Right? There's one more thing that I forgot. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to press on. We're going to continue. Right? Really should write a list of things that I want to talk about. But guess what? This is supposed to be a spontaneous sort of podcast. Alright? Gonna be uploading every Tuesday from now on. At least now for the foreseeable future. Instead of Monday, because Mondays are a bitch. Alright. You're a bitch. Oh, the fucking I finally thought of what I wanted to talk about. Finally remembered. The Westminster Dog Show. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. I wanted to diss on the dog for like a few minutes. Because it literally looks like just a walking mop. That wasn't a dog, man. That wasn't. It was just like a fucking, it was just a rag on legs with the head. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Ah, damn it. I remember the name though, right? Wasabi. Wasabi. Alright? The Pescanger, or whatever the fuck. Hold on. Yeah, Wasabi, the Pescangees. Pescangees. I don't know if that's the breed, or I don't know if that's his title. I really hope that's his title, because at least it gives him some dignity, some claim to valor, honor, to strength. Am I right? Wasabi the Pescangee. The Pescangees. Victorious at the Westminster Dog Show. Wow. I didn't watch the show. I wish I did, but, Actually, I don't. I don't care. I don't care. To me, it's just the same as all these other fucking award shows, The Oscars, the Tonys, the Glorias, the fucking Golden Globes. All trash. 3 years old. 3-year-old Pescangees from Pennsylvania. Very nice. Here's what I noticed about this dog. It's literally just the head of Rafiki the monkey from The Lion King. It's literally his head on a fucking, it's just a fucking, old man's beard. Just walking around, I mean, he's 3 years old, but he already looks like he's fucking, he looks like he's a fucking, just, it looks like you took a 70-year-old man, from like the Stone Age, and you just shaved all his fucking scrotum hair off, Oh, don't be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I apologize. Alright? I'm not trying to diss on the dog. I'm just saying that he's got a weird look. Alright? It's Rafiki the monkey. I wonder if I can see all the other contestants. You know what kind of fucking vibes that show gives off? I hate using that word vibes, but I mean it reeks of snobbery. Like, like there are some people behind the scenes at that show that are just like, my dog is the best dog. Like, even look, even I am not a snob, alright? I'm not. I think I'm better than everyone. I probably am. But guess what? I'm not a snob. If I'm better than you, I say, hey, too bad. You know? Go do your own thing. Right? But I don't know, man. Just something about that. Something about that show just puts me off. But whatever. Congratulations to Wasibi, the Peskinges. Wanted to talk about old Netanyahu. Bibi Netanyahu got voted off. That's right, voted off from the fucking prime minister position, right? Let me see if I can find it here. Netanyahu. Right? Naftali Bennett sworn in as a new prime minister of Israel. I don't know anything about Israeli politics. I can literally just name those two politicians now. That's it. But apparently, old Bibi, Benjamin Netanyahu, served as the 9th prime minister of Israel from 2009 to 2021. That's 12 years, right? I was thinking about this, like, it's fucking 12 years, man. I mean, you could literally just raise a child into adulthood in that amount of time. But like, imagine you doing it while you're also running the country, you know? 12 years, man. That's too long, in my opinion. You know? Erdogan served from like 2021, or not 21, 2001. Erdogan, Tayyip Erdogan from Turkey. Don't ask me how I know about him. I just do. I'm just very knowledgeable in world politics. Erdogan served from 2001 as the president, prime minister, whatever he's called now. No, he's a president. He made himself president. God damn, dude. You can't do that. I don't think you should be allowed to do that, man. Not for that long. Just have somebody else from your party do it, and you just get the fuck out. Alright? Don't be in the back scenes, pulling the strings and whatnot. Just get out. You know? Serve in another fucking thing. Pull a fucking, what's his name? Pull a fucking Taft. Go from president to Supreme Court justice, and that's acceptable, all right? Especially if that's what you wanted to do, you know, like Taft did. He never wanted to be president. He just did it because fucking Teddy Roosevelt asked him to, right? Then Teddy Roosevelt fucking went ahead and said, you know what? Fuck you, Taft. I'm fucking running against you, motherfucker. Your fucking fat fuck face. My fucking Bull Moose party. He's like, well, you fucking asked me to be Shut the fuck up. Fucking ass. You never served in the trenches like I did. You never served in the fucking Battle of Bull Run. Is that what it's called? No. It's Bunker Hill. No. Never mind. When he served in the fucking Spanish American War, you know? When he ran up the hill, fucking beat everyone else, you know? Regardless, Teddy Roosevelt. He was an alright president. He was okay. Anyways. But you know what? This comes from a guy who would really love to be in a position of power like that. Right? And just retain that power for as long as I can, you know? So really I'm a hypocrite. You know? But let's not discuss that right now. So long, Netanyahu. Welcome, fucking Prime Minister Bennett. Oh, happy Flag Day, everyone. Happy Flag Day. Alright? It's like the 244th fucking anniversary of us adopting the Stars and Stripes. Right? Happy Flag Day. Don't you let anyone tell you anything bad about the flag. Because that's our country. That's our fucking homeland. I'm just kidding. The United States has done some terrible things. Yep. So you know what? Maybe a little bit of criticism is allowed, right? That's fine. You know what? Let's add a few more stars to that flag, alright? Let's get DC. Let's get Puerto Rico. Let's get Guam. The Virgin Islands. Right? Let's get them all in there. You know? Only if they wanted to. I think it's gonna happen. At some point, it's gotta happen. We're gonna be seeing like at least two new states enter the union. So, in our lifetime, in my lifetime. I don't know about you, the listener. You might be 80 years old and on the verge of, going into a coma or something. Which in that case, I'm sorry. But, I mean, I'm sorry that you're not going to be seeing the new states or whatever, But I'm also sorry about your condition. I'd cure you, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a man with a podcast, with the world at my feet. I mean, not literally. I'm standing on the floor of my house, but it's connected to the floor that is the earth. So, I guess it counts. Anyways, happy Flag Day, right? I should make my own flag. So when I conquer the world, right? I already have my brand. Got my, recognition. My own Supreme logo. Anything with my flag on it will sell for hundreds of dollars, right? Put my flag on a fucking on a fucking tire swing. Auction. It'll be auctioned off for thousands of rupees, right? At this point, I don't care what the currency is. Rupees, dollars, lira, yen. Doesn't matter. You know what? If trillions of rupees turns out to be only thousands of dollars, hey, I'll take it. At this point, yeah, I will. I'm just trying to get rich. I'm trying to get money. Alright? But anyways. Yeah, happy Flag Day. Fuck. God, how many times am I gonna repeat myself on this podcast, By the way, it's the new era, right? The new era. That's what I declared last episode. The new era. However you want to call it. Doesn't change the fact. But, I mean, look. When I say it's the new era of podcasting, I kind of just meant, my podcasting. Not just not podcasting in general, but just, for this specific podcast, it's kind of just, the new era of Before the Bell, right? Not for other podcasts, just for Before the Bell, right? I didn't clarify that. I'd like it for there to be, for it to be the new era of podcasts in general. But unfortunately, I don't have the kind of power, nor the fan base, nor the money to do that right now. I'm just kind of a single guy, just talking alone in his parents' living room. But you know how that goes. I mean, we all have dreams, right? The difference is execution, right? And I'm executing. Alright? And guess what? If I have to execute people, I wouldn't do it because that's against the U.S. law. Alright? Wouldn't do it. Because that's benevolence. Right? But anyways. Yeah. It's the new era of Before the Bell. I should make a note to myself to not chew gum while I'm doing this, right? Because you could hear that sometimes, my gum just dislodges itself from from my molars. Just kind of flies around in my mouth, so to speak, right? And I don't want that to come out in the recording, right? But the thing is that here's what happens, right? I get up, have breakfast, but then I, like, for like maybe an hour, my breath, it feels fine. But then after that, just my mouth just feels so gross, right? And it's probably just because I'm so used to chewing gum, right? Because I chew gum like all the time, right? And it's gotten to the point where if I'm not chewing gum, my mouth just feels gross, right? It's kind of like that scene in The Office where Jim plays that prank on Dwight. He like plays a computer sound, like a sound on his computer, and like he offers Dwight a mint every time he does it, right? And then he plays the sound on his computer, like after a few times of doing that, and he doesn't offer Dwight the mint, right? And like Dwight just like puts his hand out, just at because he, that's his like fucking reaction, right? And then he's like, oh, my mouth just feels so dry, and oh my god, what's happening? Except it's kind of different in my scenario because I just need gum all the time, there's no computer sound, right? There's no trigger. It's just my brain going, oh my god, our mouth just feels so gross. Why aren't we doing anything about this, And so, I need gum. I need gum all the time. It's the only thing that I like really spend my money on, pretty regularly, right? I like consume a pack of Trident gum like once per week. That's pretty fair to say. Only thing I spend my money on, that and some silk protein milk, some chocolate protein milk. Tastes really good. Tastes terrible like the first time you try it, but after that, mwah, fucking sweet. Just tastes like regular chocolate milk, but it's got, a bunch of protein. This is why I need sponsorships. This is why I think I'd be a good fit for sponsorships because, I consume, right? I'm a consumer. And I know what's good. I know what's bad. Right? So brands, sponsors, if you want to get your freaking, your product more widely known, just give me a few months to get some listeners on board, all right? And we'll make a deal. And I will just freaking, I will exaggerate if I have to. I will exaggerate your product. I will treat it as if it's my own, And if I could have part ownership in your company as well, that would be amazing. Right? So your move, Nike. Right? So, anyways, we're running out of time here, by the way. 35 minutes. Jesus Christ. All right. I wanted to talk about Apple TV Plus, right? You know what? let's talk about the Snoopy Show. And, if we got time, we'll talk about the Mosquito Coast. Next episode, we'll definitely be discussing Mosquito Coast if we don't get to it this episode, and we'll also be discussing For All Mankind, right? I've got a few opinions on that show as well. But for now, Snoopy Show, all right? The Snoopy Show. You know what? Let me give you my opinion here, all right? I think it's refreshing. I think it's about time that we finally get, episodes, like a TV series, if you can call it that. It doesn't appear on TV. I mean, you can make it appear on your TV if you wanted it to, with Apple AirPlay. Am I right? Am I right, Apple? Wink, wink. Please give me money. But yeah. I mean, it's the next step. I think it was the right step for the Peanuts company, the people who make peanuts, to take, right? So yeah. It's a good show. It's about Snoopy. It's about Charlie Brown too, but he's kind of like he's more of the side character this time, right? Now it's not all about him, right? It's about Snoopy. Snoopy's in the spotlight. I mean, he's always been in the spotlight, regardless, right? And more specifically, he put himself in the spotlight, always, right? But now it's official, right? He's got his own spin-off, and he's making bank, right? He's got his own show. Good for him, right? It's about Snoopy, his friend Woodstock, the yellow bird. Everyone's seen him at one point or another, right? And, it's a good show. There are a few episodes. It's, look. It's mainly a kids' television show, right? So it's kind of weird for a guy like me to be, watching that. Because it's made for kids. But you know what? It's kind of refreshing, right? To watch a kids show. Because then you get that sense of comfort that, for like 15 or so minutes, you just get transported into a world in which everyone's happy and, you just let your mind free and, you just sit back and you relax, right? And it's not weird to watch a kids show at age 19. It's not weird, right? That's all I'm saying, alright? So, what's my favorite episode? Well, I don't have one, right? But there are a few highlights. One thing I noticed is that they got a new character. His name is Rerun, right? He's kind of like, I'm pretty sure he's Lucy and Linus's younger brother, which I never seen him before, which leads me to believe that he's a new character, right? I mean, if you thought fucking Linus was, the baby of the group, now you're wrong, because he's literally an older brother to this Rerun character, right? Linus, I mean, he still acts childish. All of them do. But he's got the blanket. But now, he's the kid with the responsibility of being an older brother, along with the blanket. He's a big boy now. And Rerun, I mean, he's got like the most adorable voice ever, right? There's this one episode where he's like, it's like a snow day, right? Like it's snowing and everyone's, excited because they don't have to go to school. And Rerun, right? That's his name. Because I don't know why they named him that, but Rerun goes, "Yay, snow day!" And then Lucy's like, "Rerun, you don't even go to school." And he's like, "I don't?" He's got the most adorable voice ever, so yeah. If you like adorable voices, just if you're into that stuff, you should watch that show. And yeah, the Snoopy Show. Gotta say, it's I love the music too. It's got a really nice title sequence, with the piano. They don't use the da 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 da. They don't use that at all in this show, which is kind of disappointing because like everyone knows that fucking piano riff, right? And it's just like a Charlie Brown thing. But you know what? Again, this isn't a Charlie Brown show. This is the Snoopy Show. So away with the freaking right? So disappointing, but understandable, right? Snoopy Show. Not much to say, right? Not much to say at all. There's this one episode where like freaking what's her name? Lucy, right? She's got her like psychiatric booth. And she like gives out advice, And Snoopy's like he forgot his friend Woodstock's birthday, right? So he didn't show up for the birthday party, right? So she like, or Snoopy a he or no? It's a he. Yeah. Snoopy's a boy, right? I'm just gonna assume that. No, Snoopy is a he, right? This is what happens when everyone gets offended, You just gotta goddamn liberals. Grrr. Yeah, no, it's a he, right? Take that, libs. Anyways, he seeks out advice from Lucy, right? And she keeps giving him advice. And you know how she always charges 5 cents, for every piece of advice she gives. Well, she's like, 5 cents, right? But then Snoopy just leaves, And like he keeps coming back to her because everything that Snoopy tries, it doesn't work because, Woodstock is mad at him, right? For forgetting his birthday, right? And, he keeps coming back to Lucy. She gives him advice. He just walks away. That's 10 cents you owe me. I hope you're walking to your piggy bank. The kid's got a business. I respect that. I respect the hustle. So actually, screw you, Snoopy, for just getting handouts, right? And you could just pay easily. You could steal Charlie Brown's quarters, right? What's he gonna spend his money on, huh? More fucking shirts with the fucking zigzag, More fucking brown shoes. What a fucking weird outfit is that? A yellow shirt with a black zigzag line. Some fucking shorts. Some long socks. And leather shoes. That's just weird, bro. Anyways, I should probably wrap this up, but there's this other episode I wanted to talk about, right? So, what happens? Woodstock, right? The little yellow bird, right? He falls in love with a badminton birdie. You ever seen people play badminton? It's like tennis, but instead of using a tennis ball, they use like this fucking, I don't even know how you described it. It looks like a fucking, it's like a ball with a fucking cone-shaped fucking spiderweb looking thingy, right? Like you hit it with a racket and it goes up in the air, and like as it starts going down, the weight of the nose at the end of the cone just like, like does a nosedive, no pun intended. And badminton, and that's a badminton birdie, right? And Woodstock falls in love with that thing. It reminded me of that episode of Community where like Chang is like, he's like a security officer for the school, right? And he just falls in love with the mannequin doll. He's living in the school, getting ready in front of the mirror. And he's like, well, darling, it's a new day. It's gonna be a good day. But he's speaking to this fucking mannequin doll. Not even a doll, it's just like the leg of a mannequin. But anyways, but anyways, yeah. And then fucking, what's her name? Peppermint Patty and Marcy. The girl with the with the glasses, right? They're like, hey, give it back, right? And it's just, the whole episode is just like, about that. And the reason why I wanted to bring this episode up, right, is because the title of this episode is a pun. And I love puns. And I'm gonna name it the pun of the week. The title of the episode, Birdie Love. Isn't that great? Because Woodstock, the yellow bird, falls in love with a badminton birdie. Birdie love. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that just hilarious? So you know what? That's the pun of the week, all right? Good episode, right? All right, we're going to wrap this up. 53 minutes I've been recording, so, God, isn't that crazy? How time flew by. I barely feel like we've gotten to anything, right? One of these days, I'm gonna have like a 3-hour special, right? I'm just gonna talk about just anything and everything, War. We're gonna talk about podcasts. We're gonna talk about Napoleon and war and torture and painting and softball and war and the Battle of Bunker Hill, right? And war. I'm gonna talk about art, Rembrandt, Picasso, Guernica, which is about the Spanish Civil War. We're gonna talk about that. Lots of fun things, all right? One of these days, all right? 3-hour special. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do this shit for 3 hours at a time. That's ridiculous. Anyways, shall we wrap it up? Is there anything else that I wanted to say? You know what? Next episode, we're gonna talk about the Mosquito Coast. All right, starring Justin Theroux and what's her name? Melissa George, right? We're gonna talk about that. They're both on Apple TV Plus. I'm not sponsored, but hey, I could be. Am I right, Apple? Wink. I need money, please. I need something to make this all worth it, because I need validation. Okay? So just please, just give me a fucking chance. Apple, Microsoft, Bing, I don't fucking care. Right? Could be fucking DeWalt ladders, for all I care. Right? Just please give me some money, for fuck's sakes. Because I really need, I need a reason for being here. Or else I'm just gonna fucking break. Right? This isn't some sort of suicide threat. It's actually nothing like that. It's more like a narcissistic plea, right? Because I really need to feel validated, Like this is all worth something. So, just please help me out, And, yeah. You know what? Let's just wrap it up. Because at this point, I just look sad at this point, alright? I'm gonna go to my garage. I'm gonna bury my feelings deep down. I'm gonna pump some iron into my chest, my triceps, my fucking forearms, Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really good right about now. So, yeah, fuck you, Snoopy, for screwing over Lucy's business. And fuck you, Teddy Roosevelt, for turning your back against Taft. And yeah, thank you. This has been Before the Bell with Albert Orange. Thank you for listening, bitch.